Greetings, beautiful souls. Welcome once again to this moment whereby I'm going to pass across this short message that it is a part 3 of how we perceive reality. Now, to speak a little piece of advice, I would like first of all to touch on this year. I can say we thank the Almighty for blessing us with all the achievements we made, and we also bless Him, or we bless the universe for giving us the lessons that we've had that have actually helped us to evolve our consciousness to greater heights. Now, remember that next year is gonna be a bumpy ride, so you all need to buckle up. Because for those who've been labeling other people conspiracy theorists, next year is going to be rough for you, because almost everything they were speaking about is going to turn out true. There is a lot of disclosure that is going to take place. So if you are rigid, you need to be open-minded. Prepare yourself. Don't say that you are never told, because this is something that can knock you off your feet. You'll wonder if you really exist on this earth or you're in a different world. So buckle up and prepare. Now, to continue with the topic that was at hand, when we look at the areas that are full of conflicts, we have to be aware that something must have happened in the spiritual realm or in the causal level. Now, that is what is actually causing the manifestations of all the conflicts, for example, in the Middle East. And up until this time, the altruistic and egotistic property of the inner life of humanity, of which is called the soul, developed inner relative balance, whereby it is always in the I want it, we need it, there is very little for our survival and satisfaction. So we are in that state of being whereby we are scrambling to get it. We've forgotten that we are supposed to live in harmony with everything. So previously, in the distant past, we started by hunting, as we all know. We did some farming, and I can say we had a simple and clear connection with the forces of nature that surround us. And suddenly here, our egotistic desires reached a level where it began to outpace our small altruistic tendencies. And we began to develop and organize by dominating nature and protecting ourselves from it. So we now turned nature to be our enemy. We disconnected completely and totally from nature. That is how we brought about towers, of which of course they are here to help us in a way, and technology came by that began to unsecure our ties with nature, of course. If you do not know, now you know. And now, how we relate to it and the connection to nature is completely lost. But at this time, something else also started to develop. Some people, I can say, sought or searched for a way to bring back the connection with nature and the universe per se. And now, most people do not understand what to do in order to connect with nature and how it is structured. So nature works with 4 of desires eminent in our hearts. So our hearts are the main component if we are to connect with nature once again. So to explain a little bit about this nature, one is called Israel, meaning the desire for direct connection with the Creator. and another term called the nations, meaning our desire for self-satisfaction. Now, these two are the ones that are in conflict when it comes to what we are seeing happening in these areas whereby there are total chaos. Remember, this is information that was known thousands of years ago, before Judaism, Islam, or Christianity appeared. Now, the spiritual connection to the Creator, as we know it, is destined to fill our whole entire hearts, meaning all of our reality, despite the fact that our hearts contain a greater number of corporate desires. But because this is the root structure of reality, we see the spirit causal situation reflected in the physical world. That is, what we keep inside our hearts is actually helping with what we are seeing as a manifestation in this physical realm. For instance, a small group of truth seekers and I can say come together and they become a physical nation called by the same name, Israel, and surrounded by many opposing nations. But none of the people in Israel or the surrounding nations realize the true nature of this conflict. So they are always in conflict, but none of them is actually touching on what is the true cause of this conflict. Now, to keep watch on a keen note, now to look at it keenly, the development of all the people over the past few thousand years was only by the way of to receive. And that has blinded us from seeing where the answer is. The answer is not about receiving, because many people are focusing on, I want to receive, I want this, I want this. They forget on how to connect to nature and connect to the Creator the way it ought to be, without making any disharmony or without causing harm to another. The role of those people who are at places where we consider to be the causal level is to reveal the hidden wisdom of how to reconnect with the Creator and nature per se, and to serve the nations around it by making this method of transforming civilizations available at the very moment it is so desperately needed. In a world locked down to a collision course with the disaster, and the nations feel this unconsciously, and it's their role to push those responsible to finally play their role. And that is how it is in the spiritual level. There are those pushing for something to work out differently. They are like catalysts. But the problem is not a problem of religion or a territory, like it is being seen, that mine is better than yours. Oh, this is our area, this is our land. No, that is not the problem. The problem cannot be solved in that manner. This situation exists only in our hearts. It is in our hearts. And these two warring desires within our hearts have to come to peace. That is the desire to connect to the Creator and also connect with nature. Now, brethren, with that short message, I believe that there is some progress that we have come to for this short while. Now, this is a wide topic that cannot be completed, as you all know, in one time. As we always heard, Rome was not built in a day. So, I can say thank you for your precious time. And till next time, enjoy yourselves, and best of regards. Thank you.